Good morning,
and welcome to another episode of Missionary Monday.
It's a weekly show that you can watch to stay up to date on everything that's going on here in Western Honduras.
Let's dig in. My name's Caleb.
And I'm Dakota.
Let's see what's on today's plate.
First of all, I've got here Moses Project recruitment. For those of you who saw last week's episode, you might have saw that Caleb went out to the Moses Project and was working with the cooks. However, there's a lot more that goes on at the Moses Project. It's actually an agricultural training center for local Honduran youth. Boys come from all around their villages and their communities, and they live at the Moses Project, and they're learning constantly all of the latest up-to-date agricultural techniques so that they can go back to their community, back to their village, and be able to start a farm or start a business.
And aren't they learning things like coffee production, taking care of and raising tilapia? Well, there's some other things.
Fish. I don't know if tilapia is a fish.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on there, and it's really a very once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And so we actually just had a week of a boot camp, you could say it was.
Yeah, a trial period.
Yeah, where we were recruiting new participants, new boys that in February are going to come and be able to participate and live out there and do the same thing.
And it was kind of a competition, wasn't it? I mean, not a competition, but it was a interview.
Yeah, I went out there, and I honestly think boot camp is the best word, because we actually have a guard. His name is Burgos, and he used to be in the military, and he was actually putting those boys through some workouts, and just had them on a really tight schedule, kind of like boot camp, to try to see who is really willing to be there, the best of the best. They want to participate. And unfortunately, I think there were 30-something participants, and not all of them passed. Not all of them were able to continue on with the Moses Project.
I mean, because really just the ones that really want to be there, and just the ones that have a strong desire to continue their education and also continue their knowledge in agriculture. Those are the ones that they want out of that project. So, man, Dakota, you're looking awfully tan today. Why is that?
Could be because of the family retreat.
Exactly. So on my plate, I've got family retreat. What that means is that on an annual basis, we go as a Mission UpReach family, meaning the staff and all their family members. We go to La Ceiba. It's a beach here in Honduras. We go to a hotel there, and we get there about lunchtime. We have all that half day. We have a full day the next day, and then we stay a half day after that. So in total, it's about 2 days there. And it's a time of spiritual nourishment. It's a time of bonding as a team and as a family. And it's a time of just having a good time together. Some of the things we did, we have like an annual game of baseball. We'll play on the beach. We swim. We have a good time. It's a blast. What did you think about the
I loved it. It's my second year going to the family retreat. And like Caleb said, it is a good time of spiritual renewal, but it's also just a great time to relax. A lot of the missionaries, a lot of the staff here at Mission UpReach, they are working hard 24/7 all year long. So this is kind of the one time we have to just kind of relax, just be on the beach. And thankfully, we're lucky that we live in Honduras and we have a beach that's just a couple hours away. So
8 hours.
Okay,
away.
8 hours in a bus, but it's not that.
It wasn't that bad.
The bus ride was.
The beach was nice. The beach was nice.
It was great experience.
And one of the beautiful things about that retreat is that it's everyone together. So as Mission UpReach, as you've seen, there's a lot of different works. There's a lot of different things going on. And so a lot of times you don't get to interact with everybody because you're not involved in what they're doing. Like, I don't go out to the Moses Project on a daily basis. But at that retreat, it was all of us together in one place. And there's something really special about that, singing and worshiping. You may have noticed we have new mugs.
Ooh.
That was one of the cool things we got there. We got a new mug, a cool little sweatshirt. So we got some new Mission UpReach merchandise.
Caleb mentioned that he doesn't go out to the Moses Project daily, but someone who does is Jon Stacy. Right now, we have a little segment that we like to call Surprise Interview. All right, this is called Surprise Interview because the person that we are calling has no idea whatsoever that we are calling them. So today, on the line, hopefully, we've got Jon Stacy.
Let's see if he answers. Hey, John. How's it going, man?
Hey, just to let you know, John, you're on Missionary Monday, live right now, section we like to call Surprise Interview.
So, John, listen. We're going to be playing a game known as Trivial or Truth, where we ask you 6 questions, 3 of which are trivia, and the other 3 are about your life here as a missionary.
Your objective is to try and figure out which are trivia and which are normal questions about your life, and then answer said questions.
If you get a trivia question right, you get a high five. We will high five each other. If you get a question about your life right, well, great, you know yourself.
You ready to play? All right, John. First question for you is, when did Honduras declare itself independent of Spain?
1815.
1815. So close.
Close.
It's actually your birthday, 1821.
All right, no high five for you. Next question. What does your average day look like?
My average day is spent kind of all over. I'm in charge of the tilapia operation out of the Moses Project. Spend the majority of my time out there. I'm also overseeing the operations at our mechanic shop to keep all our vehicles running. So I split my time between that and in spare time, work with the local church, with the youth ministry here, and mentoring kids and discipling kids.
That's awesome.
All right, third question, John.
According to the Census Bureau, what are the 5 most common surnames in the United States? You need to name at least 3 of the 5.
Jones, Smith, Robertson.
You have 2 right so far. We'll give you one more shot to get a 3rd one right.
Johnson.
False. The answer in order of how common they are is Smith, Johnson, Williams, Jones, and Brown. No high five for you.
So close. John, you kind of answered it a little bit already, but what are some of your responsibilities out at the Moses Project?
Out at the Moses Project, I'm in charge of the tilapia operation. That's everything from putting the fingerlings in the pond to making sure we hit our growth cycle marks, and then also to the end user, the market where we're selling the fish. The purpose of having the tilapia out there is not only to train the boys in a sustainable agricultural trade that they can take back to their villages and do, but to provide income for the Moses Project so that it's self-sustaining. So, kind of see the whole thing through from the beginning part of where we're putting the fingerlings in the pond to the very end where we're selling them to the public.
Wow, that's cool. All right, next question. What have you found to be the most rewarding part of being a missionary here in Honduras?
The most rewarding part is when you see that person, adult or teenager, even child, when they make that connection to Christ, to the Lord as their Savior, that when they make that confession, when they're baptized, that makes it all worth it. Long nights, long days, sweat, blood, tears, all of it. It's all worth it when you see that person make that commitment to Christ. That's what we're here for. So when that happens, that's the best thing, is getting a front row seat to watching God work in these people's lives.
Amen.
That's a great answer. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
John, our last question for you, worth all the points, all the high fives.
Hundreds of points.
These 3 subsidiary companies belong to what parent company? Sierra Mist, Doritos, and Captain Crunch all belong to what company?
Sierra Mist, what's the second?
Sierra Mist, Doritos, and Captain Crunch are all 3 subsidiary companies that belong to what parent company?
Come on, John. Last question. You can do it.
I'm gonna say Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. So close, it's PepsiCo.
Ah, you're so close, John. We're still gonna give a high five, though.
All right.
Appreciate it, John, for your participation in Surprise Interview. We'll catch you next time, John.
Thank you guys.
See ya.
I hope you enjoyed that first little segment of Surprise Interview. Pretty fun for us to do. That was Jon Stacy.
Yeah, and John and his family have been here for I think about 5 years now as missionaries here in Honduras. Out at the Moses Project, we have a Honduran director named Elder who oversees that work and directs that work. And John does a lot to help out there. I mean, he's a jack of all trades, and he's a fun guy to have around. So I know he's been a great blessing, especially in the area of the tilapia there at the Moses Project. So,
Well, that wraps up our 3rd episode of Missionary Monday.
we want to see you guys here in 1 week's time to hear some other great things that are going on in Mission UpReach. See you next Monday. Hey guys, if you didn't see last week's video, click right here to check that out to know what's going on. Also, please subscribe by clicking right here. That way you can stay up to date whenever we post a new video.
And be sure to check out our brand new website right here and click right here to donate. Mission UpReach relies on your donations. So please check this out right here. Right